Deputy Brendan Howlin, please.
Thank you, Ceann Comhairle. Taoiseach, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Labour Party, I want to wish you well and every success in your retirement as Taoiseach. Others, I have no doubt, will use this opportunity that is provided by this short debate today to attack you and your legacy. I won't do that, but neither will I embarrass either of us by presenting a hagiography of you. We, of course, served together in two governments. In the 1990s, during the very successful Rainbow Coalition, you served as Minister for Tourism and Trade. In fact, you sat beside me. From cabinet meetings back then, I still recall a strength that in many ways has later come to define you as Taoiseach. That, quite simply, is your boundless enthusiasm. You are, of course, a politician of great skill and determination, but I think it is the hopeful, happy Enda Kenny that the Irish people have and will continue to identify with most. Back in 2011, that attitude was exactly what our country needed. Every day back then began, or seemed to begin, with a depressing litany of economic statistics, with the harrowing stories of the impact of those statistics and of the unfolding crisis on our people and on our families, the length and breadth of our country. Some people couldn't quite understand your high fives with school children back then. But I think you saw two things quite clearly. Firstly, you recognised that after the dark would come the dawn. And secondly, you recognised that in the meantime, we needed some superficial light just to keep us going. Some have chosen to caricature your time as Taoiseach as encompassing the entire crisis. That is nothing short of revisionism. It suits some of those who made no contribution to the recovery to suggest that you were in charge of the downfall as well. And of course, Fianna Fáil now like to imagine that time began in 2011, but it didn't. Their crashing of the economy and their infliction of the most vicious elements of the crisis period will be addressed at another time. But it won't make the history records because their version of facts is not true. We didn't get everything right during our time together in the last government. We certainly didn't agree on every issue and had very trenchant challenges of opinion on more than one occasion. But our central role was to fix the mess that had been created by others. And as you step down today, Taoiseach, that remains, in my view, your greatest achievement and your greatest legacy. And I believe that in time will be recognised as such. While the economy dominated much time during the 2011 election, that was not the only area in which you left a lasting impact. In July 2011, you addressed this House in stark terms. As you stated back then, the Vatican's reaction was to parse and analyse the Cloyne report with the gimlet eye of a canon lawyer, the calculated, withering position being the polar opposite of the radicalism, humility and compassion upon which the Roman Church was founded. That speech, Taoiseach, made its way around the world in no time at all, and rightly so. When you spoke on behalf of not only the government, but on behalf of the whole people. And it wasn't the last time that the words you used were expressed on behalf of all our people. For a man who it is sometimes derided for your folksy charms, you certainly know how to speak with impact when you choose to. Abortion and marriage equality were difficult issues for you. My party had a strong position on legislating for the X case and on holding a referendum on marriage equality. You didn't agree to either in the beginning. But to your credit, once you changed your view, you stuck to it, regardless of the political cost. And of course, you step down today untainted by corruption. In many countries, that might not merit a mention, but in this one it does. That you didn't see power as an opportunity for personal enrichment is worthy of mention, and in sharp contrast to some of your predecessors. On a personal level, Taoiseach, I wish you well. You've done the state and the people of Mayo great service over many years. I've no doubt Fionnuala is looking forward to having you home a little more often, and equally that Even, Ferdia and Nisha will enjoy a little more time with their dad from now on. Taoiseach, is lór ó mór a díthal, agus tá dóide híl déanta agat. Thank you for your service, and good luck and good health to you and yours in the years to come.